Hey guys, you're about to listen to a ridiculously fun live episode from Cleveland, Ohio during the J-Lit weekend for AIW, AIWrestling.com. And before I throw you to it, let me tell you about a live podcast that I'm doing in New York City. New York probably has my best podcast numbers, and it's been years since I've done one in the city proper. So this is kind of a big test to see if, if people will come out. NowHearThisFest.com is the Now Hear This Festival. Some of the best podcasts in the world, including Planet Money, Comedy Bang Bang, How Did This Get Made, and more. And there's a wrestling section on Sunday, September 10th. 3 podcasts, Conversations with the Big Guy, that's Ryback. Maybe curious who's going to be on my show. Sam Roberts will have his podcast, and also The Art of Wrestling, my podcast. You can get $10 off a day pass on that Sunday, or $20 off if you want to go the whole weekend with the code COLT. That's NowHearThisFest.com. Use that code COLT, save some money. I'm also going to be doing a live podcast before the ICW show in Glasgow on Sunday, August 27th. Goes from 5:30 to 6:30, then you can watch the ICW show. And I will also be wrestling at the ROH show in Edinburgh. And please keep on coming to the Fringe. The Fringe shows are great. I'm having a great time. I'll tell you all about it. But right now, I say we get the show started. Let's do it.
This is The Art of Wrestling with professional wrestler Colt Cabana. It's Colt Cabana.
All right. How you guys doing? Oh, my God, I'm kind of tired. Oh, there's a downstairs thing. Okay. All right. How you guys doing? Come on in, sit down, relax. You're about to listen to The Art of Wrestling, a professional wrestling podcast. I am tired. A life podcast, a personal journal, and entryway into the minds and souls, the hearts and lives of the people involved in the world of professional wrestling. I'm your host. My name is Colt Cabana. Hello. I am a gum chewer. Anybody else have any suggestions of what I am? Tired. I'm a tired man, Subway eater. What's that? Amanda has Zevia for me. I'm a man of Zevia. Ooh, and they're cold. I'm gonna rip. No sponsorship either, but listen to this sweet Zevia rip open. Most importantly, though, I am a professional wrestler, and I am not sitting here live in my studio apartment in Chicago, Illinois. I know I am in Cleveland, Ohio, adjacent at the J-Lit tournament at JT Lightning 2017 tournament here in front of a live studio audience. Do you guys wonder how many times I have to record and unrecord in my apartment? That's like, are you snapping open cold Zevias? Sounds delicious. Oh, those are PBRs. All right, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some guests up here. I do want to make 2 notes that I've noted. Did everyone take night 1 by a round of applause? Well, how many people by a round of applause were here for the student show that was happening before? So, 2 observations I will make and I will share here at AIW that I made. One was last night before Dan Severn went out for his match. Sometimes we as wrestlers have rituals that we do. Maybe we stretch. That's about it. Maybe we stretch. Some of us probably drink a lot of beer, maybe. I don't know. Dan Severn was pouring Monster over his head. I watched him empty cans of Monster and just douse himself in Monster. And I feel bad for Tom Lawlor. I don't know. It could get sticky in there. That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life, is dumping a can of Monster over your head. I would dump the Zevia over my head for a comedic effect, but there's nowhere to shower here in this dirty fucking church that we're at. I don't mean it's dirty because it's a church, but let's all agree this is a pretty dirty church, right? No? Maybe as a Jewish man, I'm not allowed to say that. I don't know. The home of the Tigers. And then the second thing today, I don't know. Am I crazy? But there was a student match. There was 6 wrestlers. And one of the wrestlers who was I think the party boy, right? Threw every wrestler against the railing against 6 kids that were just sitting there. We all collectively noticed that, right? I was like, Thorne, do we teach them at AIW Wrestling School to find the kids on the railing and just throw grown men at them? Thankfully, they were all right. We have one that I think... You good, buddy? All right, thumbs up from the little guy. All right. Hey, before we go any further, this is a fan-supported and listener-supported podcast supported by people just like you. We give it to you free of charge every single Thursday. ColtCabana.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcasts from. A couple great ways that you can support, rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Tell a friend. Let somebody know. The best way that you can support, though, ColtMerch.com, DigitalColt.com, T-shirts, buttons, pictures, posters, DVDs, buttons from Lapel, little micro brawlers. And later tonight, you can go see me over at ColtMerch.table.cle. Dude, don't judge me. Those muscle men I put on my gimmick table over there, if anyone took a walk by there, they were just in my car. I was like, oh, maybe someone wants some muscle men. Nope. Okay, no muscle men. All right. Should we get this party started? All right, sometimes I have a guest here, and I have, usually Marty DeRosa will come and sit out here. He couldn't get booked for the JT Lightning Invitationals. Yeah, sorry. Right, I get it. So I was like, oh, who's the other weirdest person here? And I was like, Worldwide would fit right in, I think. So let's give it up for Alex Worldwide Keller. So, potato.
Oh, right. Fucking infinitely better than Potato. Jesus H. Christ. All right.
Last year, Potato joined us and really stunk up the podcast and asked to be back.
Twats.
He was like, can I get in again? I was like, no. So here's what we're going to have with you, Worldwide. When we're done with this little chit-chat, we got a little over here. The microphone doesn't reach that far, so you kind of got to go over in the corner. I hope you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Did they teach you in wrestling school to talk into a microphone?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I got yelled at recently for talking too loud into a fucking microphone for a podcast. So
yeah?
Yeah.
I heard you're a big hit on the
some people enjoy it, I think. Maybe. Yes, no. Yeah.
What are you bringing up on there?
We're just talking about the shows, the trials, the tribulations.
Yeah. Your trials. Okay, I heard. I just heard that you're a fucking maniac.
A little bit. I think it's a little overhyped. But yeah, at times I'll just go out of control.
Okay, what's your backstory?
All right. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I was fucking just in punk bands and hardcore bands and shit for years. Still am here and there, but not as much. And
are you over 40 or under 40?
Weird body pop. I am turning 33 on Monday.
Oh, I'm older than you.
Ha!
So depressing. All right, so you were fucking around just being a real fuckhead or what?
Yeah, just being a real piece of shit. Just big fat fuck, probably about 285.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. First name Big Fat, last name Fat Fuck. It was my Indian name. But, yeah.
Native American, I think, would be the
then,
proper.
I don't know. I had a weird early midlife crisis, and I was I was in this band, Basement Boys, still am, and we basically have the 6 songs of doom. We have been a band now for 7 years. We've only released 2 demo tapes, maybe 6 or 7 songs. Any given set is just those 6 songs that are maybe 2 minutes each, and just me talking shit for 5 minutes between every fucking song.
Okay.
So just basically cutting promos. Thorne's seen it. He liked it, I think.
Let's not have a back and forth with a guy who's not on a microphone here.
All right.
Okay. And then here's my question: have you ever been arrested?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Can you give us the rap sheet?
There was a bullshit. It hasn't been for a long time. There was a bullshit one a long time ago. One time I had a party with probably about 150 people at my house. This is a long time ago, and I was drunk as fuck. And my laptop went missing, and I knew probably about 60, 90 of the people at the party. I didn't know, whatever the
60,
fuck.
90.
Somewhere in there.
No? Okay.
So basically, adding those zeros. You said not to get sexual, bro.
Okay. I did. That was my one note. Hey, don't get sexual.
I've been racking my brain still. But so this kid was like walking across the street from like my place, and I just like drunk as hell, like pissed, just yelled, "Hey, stop!" And he didn't. So I assumed, of course, that he stole my fucking laptop. So I just took off like a 285-pound Spitfire at about a good solid 7 or 8 miles an hour, real fast for me, and just fucking punched the shit out of this kid. Like, it was bad. Like, it fucking like went like my elbow hit, like I fucking hit him with my fist, and then like my elbow followed through, and like then I think like my shoulder like checked him on the fucking ground on the way down. It was real bad.
Yeah, you're a bad person.
I know, I was a piece of shit. Though, actually, I got absolved for that. I was granted absolution, if you would, because, the kid didn't steal my fucking laptop, and yeah, it was a dick move on my part, but I paid like $1,452, and like,
no way you had that.
Installments.
Okay.
But, and took some anger management classes and this and that and da-da-da. But later on, I found out this girl was like, everyone's like, that's easily the nicest fucking kid in the world. Like, and I was like, I felt bad. But then this one girl was like, back in junior high, I was smoking a cigarette in the girls' bathroom. And I walked out, and he said that I smelled like fucking cigarette smoke and got me and ratted me out to the fucking principal. That kid's a piece of shit. And I was like, I'll take it. So that was for you.
You've justified in your head for ruining this kid's life.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Pro wrestling honestly saved me. I haven't been in a proper fist fight in like 2 years now. Somewhere it'll be 2 years in like August.
I like he has his non-fist fight anniversary. It'll be 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, you really painted yourself as a big baby face here in Cleveland by telling everyone.
Hey, Cleveland's a tough town, man.
Okay. Cool. You want to hang out with me?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. You get your beer.
All right.
Here's your chair over here. Here's a microphone.
Excellent.
And if you have anything to say that's appropriate, feel free to chime in.
What in the hell are these?
Zevias are 0-calorie, no sugar, no artificial sweetener drinks that I like. Guido, do you want something to say something? Listen, Guido's not supposed to be on the show. Last year, he just interrupted the show.
This year, I'm trying to be nice. Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Good. This year, I'm trying to be nice, and I was waiting for a proper introduction.
Yes.
You didn't say two-time Cruiserweight champion, two-time ECW champion.
Ladies, but you're not a guest on the show today.
Yeah, but that's all right. I'm crashing the party.
At least put the microphone
I'm
up.
crashing the party.
Two-time Intercontinental champion.
I'll take that, too.
Two-time ECW lightweight champion. Little Guido is here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Guido, you better bring something good if you're going to come on here. You can't just sit here and do nothing.
That's what I usually do, but I don't have anything for you. That's it. I think I'm done.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. I made my appearance.
What a run-in.
John, it's an extra $100 worthy.
Okay, you got one. You got one story about Cleveland and all your years of wrestling.
Fuck Batista. I remember that was the last time.
Yes.
I forgot about that. I leave Batista alone.
Okay. Anyone else you hate?
No, I don't hate anybody. I hated you for a little while. When you were Goldman.
Yeah. Well,
Scotty.
oh, not many people liked Scotty Goldman. I do have your charger. This is not the stuff to bring up on a live podcast
I just
that
forgot.
I'm recording.
I used
here.
my charger all night. I'm going to go home without it, and when I get to New York, I'm going to be like, that motherfucker has my charger still.
Yes, little Guido.
All right.
I have your charger.
Thank you.
Little Guido, ladies and gentlemen.
That's actually where I wanted to come out here for.
If anyone here has an extra charger, please feel free to give it to little Guido, because I'd like to have a free charger. It'd be nice. Okay, let's bring up our next guest, the pride. Oh, if I say this, will she get... Just cheer. The pride of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Britt Baker.
Britsburg.
We need some lady energy up in here.
Yeah, we do. We need the girl power.
The girl... All right. There's some ladies out here.
That's
There's a lot. There
right.
might be more ladies than men. That's what I like to see. All right. Do people hate Pittsburgh here in Cleveland?
Cleveland hates Pittsburgh. Cleveland loves Britsburg, right? Right. No, they do.
I think you should make a song.
No, I'm not a singer.
You're not?
No, but you can make one.
Cleveland loves Pitts. Wait, what was it? Cleveland hates Pitts. Excuse me.
Worldwide, we need you.
When I said if you chime in with something important, it wasn't just burp into the microphone.
That was a hell of a burp, though, man. Come on.
It was a hell of a burp.
Britt, do you find entering yourself in the world of wrestling as a normal human being?
What do you mean as a normal human being?
I mean, you're pretty normal.
Okay.
Agree or disagree? Oh, I'd like to go on. I'm intrigued.
So I think in the world of wrestling, I would disagree because I have like a full-time school deal going on. I'm in dental school full-time.
Yeah, you're a normal human being.
Well, right, but I don't know, to some people that might not be normal.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wrestlers are misfits and fucking
We're all
idiots.
a bunch of nerds.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what would you classify this guy as?
Perfection.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
He really is. So no, but I'm saying right. Let's take wrestling out of it. I look at you.
Okay.
You're a student. You're a dental student, and then into this world of wrestling where there is a lot of misfits and weirdos.
Right.
Weird guys with poppers.
No.
Did it take you back at all, or?
No, I just think that it's kind of like I found like a group of misfits and nerds that I fit in with too, because I like hanging out with my wrestling buds probably more so than I hang out with my dental friends, because it's more yourself, it's not work, it's play. It's still work, but it's stuff that I actually like to do.
What do dental friends do?
Dental
is there a Reddit / dental friends?
No, dental friends, they don't really do a lot. There's a lot of studying. Sometimes they'll have like little house parties and stuff like that, but definitely not traveling on the weekends.
Like the way we'll talk about, like, oh, did you see that New Japan match?
Yeah. We talk about like third molars and root canals and 5mm pockets, right? Yeah.
It's a good thing nobody knows that I have bad teeth.
No, let's expose you.
Oh,
Colt
man.
has some periodontal problems that we've been talking about since I met him. And have you been flossing?
I have a water pick.
Okay.
I don't use it that much.
Well, he needs to, so we need to encourage him more to use it.
So if we can get hashtag, make sure you floss, Colt.
Yeah.
And then I'll see it every day.
Hashtag floss, Colt floss.
Thank you. That's a
There
good
we
t-shirt.
go.
Have you thought about a t-shirt like that?
No, but I just did. So
Yeah. For you, though.
No, I haven't. See, the thing is, Rachel Ellerling has an awesome shirt. It's Queen of Strong Smile, and I love that. I think that's so cool. So, anyone has any shirt ideas with like dental and wrestling, please send them my way. I'll steal that idea off you, please.
Are you gonna do you foresee yourself putting in a dental character?
No, never. If I got the Isaac Yankem joke one more time. And especially when I first started, like, oh, you should be Isaac Yankem's daughter. I'm like, right.
What?
That would be really good. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Apples and trees.
It worked, right? The first time it worked, so we should keep it going. No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awful. Terrible idea.
What would her first name be worldwide? Isaac Yankem's daughter. Felicia Yankem.
I have no.
Look at him work hard. Look at him work to figure this one out.
It's hard,
I'm on
right?
3 hours of sleep right now if I'm lucky.
Is that what they call that drug? 3 hours of sleep? Okay, and then Britt, I mean, you've kind of been wrestling. How long have you been wrestling now?
A year and a half.
Oh, I feel it's a year and a half every time I see you. Also, it never gets like.
Well, maybe a little. So August will be officially 2 years. So I guess we're a little bit over a year and a half.
We're getting
a year
there.
and 3/4.
And you've done a lot of like traveling, and you've gotten your way
I've
around.
been super fortunate. With
Have you put that in
opportunities.
perspective of like how long sometimes people are floating around for a year and a half?
I have, and I always say I'm just extremely lucky. Tons of cool opportunities, just
Where
right
did-
place, right time
Well,
type deal.
where were the right places and the right times?
Well, AIW, for whatever reason, John Thorne was like, hey, we're going to book this girl, throw her in some scrambles, and then kind of took off here. Rise with, Kevin, which we were in California. We had a great time there. Kevin Harvey, Dave Prazak. Then I got thrown into Shimmer. That one time I was an extra, and they're like, hey, we needed someone to get squashed by Nia Jax. That was
They're
right
like, hey,
place, right time
we need Isaac Yankem's daughter.
to get squashed by Nia Jax, and it worked. Yeah.
Did you wrestle as Isaac Yankem's? What was your wrestling name on there?
It was Britt Baker.
Oh, nice. I don't know if they'll allow that sometimes.
Yeah. I wore my kick pad covers that said Britt Baker and everything.
I did Colt Cabana a couple times when I did some squashes. Lost to Gunner Scott. Lost to Trevor Murdoch. There's a long list. We can go for a while, but I'll be okay. So you never want to be a dentist woman?
Okay, so I would say being a dentist is more so my second option. I would definitely rather be a professional wrestler. But at the same time, if someone was like, hey, you're never going to be a professional wrestler, you have to be a dentist for the rest of your life, that's okay too.
Yeah,
it's a good backup plan.
Do you see, if I was just to guess off the top of my head, it seems like mid-30s, late 40s was when maybe the wrestlers start slowing it down.
Yeah,
I guess
would
for
agree.
everyone, yeah.
I would agree.
In your head, are you like, I'm going to have a sweet long run and then go to be a dentist at 45?
Right? Wouldn't that be so cool?
Do you think about that?
I think about that all the time because that's like the dream. Like go make a little name for myself in the wrestling world, retire, and then go be a dentist. That's
And
like
then
it doesn't get any better than that.
have your 8x10 on the wall.
Exactly. Right?
Oh, do you have a name for your dental place?
No, I don't. I'll have to think about that.
Something that rhymes with Baker that has to do with teeth. Britt Baker, the Smile Maker. Thank
There
you.
we go, everybody. Colt Cabana. He's gonna
It's official.
charge me commission now.
Yes, I will. This is on record. All right, Britt. Before we go, where are you at on the internet?
I am at Real Britt Baker. And that's it.
for
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all over the place.
Okay, and you got a T-shirt store on Pro Wrestling
Yes,
Tees?
I do. Just Britt Baker. That's my pro wrestling tees site.
Very good. Thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
Colt.
Britt Baker, everybody. Hey, a quick interruption to introduce you to Chubby's. That sounded different, right? Chubby's shorts. Burn those pants. I made up that catchphrase. Free your legs with something stylish and comfortable. You better believe it. They sent me a pair, and I've been sporting them all around. I'm rocking what they call the Schwart. Sweatpants and short. That becomes a Schwart. Nothing like bragging about my Chubby's. Fabric with the right amount of stretch, giving you a great range of motion, and the designs are unlike anything you've ever seen. I'm serious. Go to Chubby's.com and look at the designs. They're like right up Dalton Castle's alley. And that's probably the right connection to make. So if you want to feel like you're on vacation every single day, then Chubby's is the shorts for you. You're going to wear them all the time. Believe me, the shorts revolution is underway, and I'm going to get you free 2-day shipping if you're ready to start that revolution with me. Just go to Chubbies.com/wrestling. That's CHUBBIES.com/wrestling and get those Chubbies in just 2 days. Chubbies.com/wrestling. I love that name. All right, let's get back to the show. Please welcome the bad boy.
Bad boy.
Joey Janela.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Joey.
What's up?
You seem to be wearing these sunglasses everywhere you go.
Yeah, because I'm hungover.
You are hungover.
Yeah.
Did you? Now I see you have brought yourself a Monster on stage. Have you thought about dousing yourself in it? That was a callback to a Dan Severn reference that was 20 minutes ago. Did we all forget about that? Beast.
I wasn't listening. But...
Yeah. Dan Severn put a Monster over his head to get ready for his match.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
He's an interesting dude.
Did
Scott Norton do that?
Yeah, you wrestled Scott Norton here.
Yeah, I think he just lights himself on fire down waiting before he wrestles.
How did that feel?
Felt great, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, his chops hurt.
You and
but-
Scotty become buddies?
Yeah, he's like a big brother to me now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like a stepfather. Arm wrestling, strong stepfather.
You were always on the road, driving truck.
Yeah, beats me.
Right. Sorry. Beat you up. Powerbombed you off the table.
Why don't you mow the lawn, fucking big chop? That's it.
Does he love your mom, though?
He's a good guy.
Okay. Should we get off of Scott Norton?
I don't know.
Do you want to stay on Scott Norton?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You guys want to hear more Scott Norton?
Do you have Scott Norton stories?
No, not really. I wrestled him once, and he's a nice guy.
Okay.
He's my best friend, actually.
So, Joey, I want to talk to you about, the one thing that's in my head at all times is you falling off that building. Do you not like talking about it?
No, I do like talking about it, but it's just like, it's like the year anniversary's coming up, and it's bringing back bad memories of
Well,
my other stepfather, Zandig.
Right. Can you set the picture for us, that those of you don't know what I'm talking about?
Well, basically last year, it was a kind of, I don't know if you remember, spot with Sick Nick Mondo back in the day where he got thrown off a roof and his career ended. Well, I was like, hey, I want to get thrown off a roof. And that was a really bad idea because I got to the building and Zandig was there, and he was like, listen, you're going to get thrown off this roof right here. It's like 30, 40 feet through a flaming truck, and glass and barbed wire. I said, I didn't sign up for this. He's like, well, you got to do it.
Oh, damn it, I got to do it.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's all it took was you got to do it. You go, oh, all right.
It's like, I might die, but, whatever.
Yeah.
It went viral, so it worked.
Most importantly, that was death is not a joke, guys.
No.
Yeah. So, like, come on. You were just like, okay?
Yeah, basically, it's Zandig. What are you going to say to the guy?
Jesus?
Yeah, he's basically Jesus.
You could yell Jesus very loud at him?
Yeah, now I'm kind of like a son to him.
Are you?
Yeah, it's like Norton, Zandig, Janetti. They're all like my
let's
wrestling
get to Janetti in a second. Hold on. So you go off of this giant thing through all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I watched it, of course. It went viral.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the only long-term damage was, like, your thumb hurt, right?
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up. Like, he had to step on a gutter to throw me off, so the gutter was collapsing. So we just made it just in time, or else I would have just wiped out on the concrete. But he had me pretty good. He jumped in there. He broke his back. But when I went in there, it was like a bomb went off. I was tangled in barbed wire. All the light tubes flew in the air, and when they came crashing back down, I had a mouthful of glass. I look at my hand, and my thumb was hanging off. And I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital. And the nurse was like, no, we'll stitch it here. I'm like, no, my thumb is falling off. That's basically what happened.
Did you open your eyes and you're like, holy shit, I'm alive? Like, did you expect to die?
I was just like kind of like shocked that I was alive, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know what to think. You just got thrown off a 40-foot roof by Zandig. He was crying, "Oh, my back is broken. My back is broken." And I was like, "Oh, well, you did it to yourself."
Right. What was the first thing he yelled though? Was it Jesus?
No, he was yelling. My back was broken. He was rolling around. I really thought he was done.
Sure,
he is done.
Is he done?
No, he's wrestling next week.
Unbelievable.
Probably do it again.
Do you fancy yourself a hardcore wrestler?
No. A lot of people, I think they think I'm a hardcore wrestler now, but I've only done 3 death matches. But I like to get wild. I like the unpredictable, throw some chairs in the match, and fall off a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were the first 2 ones?
What do you mean? I did a no ropes barbed wire match for On Point Wrestling, which it's like, a small promotion Jersey, and I did Cage of Death, and that was crazy. And I had each time I ended up in the hospital, so never again.
You're done.
No more death matches.
Until next week.
Until Zandig talks me into it.
Right. Okay, and then you said your other stepfather was Marty Jannetty, who just had a live appearance on my podcast.
Oh my God.
That was not the greatest. He's not doing that well these days, I don't think.
He was all right, I guess.
He's your stepfather now.
Yeah, he's like the alcoholic stepfather.
Okay.
The not so good one.
Yeah. Where did your relationship form?
Basically, one night we were a friend of mine. He's kind of a friend of mine. He was like, "Hey, come out to this bar. I'm with Marty Jannetty. We're drinking." I said, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" So this is like 4 years ago. So we go out to the bar, and he's drinking Jack Daniels. He's getting wild. So eventually, they go to leave the bar. Jannetty orders $100 worth of Jack Daniels and doesn't pay the tab. And so we make some podcast guys pay for his tab because he was trying to ditch, of course.
Is that all we are to you?
Yeah.
Some podcast guys.
No, not like that. Just some other podcast guys.
Okay.
Non-successful podcast guys.
Okay.
They have to pay for Marty Jannetty's Jack Daniels tab. But anyways, this guy, Damian Darling, he's some
I know Damian.
Yeah, he dated Sonny, and he left Jannetty. Jannetty walks outside, pissed drunk, falls in a bush, passes out in a bush, and they leave him there. And I walk around the building, and I hear groaning, and I'm like, and I look in the bush, and it's Marty Jannetty. I go, oh my God, this is one half of the Rockers. This is my childhood. I can't leave Marty Jannetty laying here in a bush to die. So I said, Marty, get up. I'll drive you home. I heard you live by the restaurant we were at. I carry him into the car. I put him in the passenger seat. And I said, Marty, Marty, where do you live? He goes, I live on N-word Street.
Jesus.
I was like, what? He goes, I said, Marty, no, legit, I'm driving.
Even Worldwide wouldn't say that.
Never, ever.
So I said, Marty, legit, where do you live? And he kept on saying it and saying it over again. So an hour later, we're still driving around, Marty Jannetty. Oh, I just stopped, get drinks and shit. I'm like, the bars are closed, it's done. I said, Marty, where do you live? He goes, oh, just drop me off at this gas station, I'll walk home. So I said, all right, I guess. I dropped Marty off at the gas station.
And you look at the street sign, you're like, oh my God, he wasn't. Why is it named that?
I don't know. New Jersey's a weird place. Yeah. So then I start driving down the road. I drive 10 minutes down the road. It starts downpouring like a mini tornado. I go, oh man, I can't leave Marty out there. He's one half of the Rockers. His career's kind of sunk in. Shawn Michaels threw him through the barbershop window. Fuck, man. So I go back to the gas station, and there's Marty sleeping next to a couple oil barrels on the side of the gas station. I said, Marty, what the fuck are you doing? Get in the car. He goes, oh, hey, Joey, nice to see you again. He thinks it's like the next day or something. So I said, I carry him back in the car. I take his cell phone, and I call the first person. I'm like, fucking Eric Sims has to know where Marty Jannetty. Eric Sims is some super agent, carny guy.
He used to go on Stern and like shepherd the Iron Sheik around, right?
Yeah. So I'm sure he picked up Marty Jannetty at his house a couple times. So I said, Eric, I leave him a message, no pickup. So then I call Marty Jannetty's girlfriend at the time, who he lived with. I said, where does Marty live? And she's like, he knows where he lives. And I said, well, he's telling me he lives on Edward Street, and I don't think that's an actual road. So she go, okay. It turns out Marty Jannetty lived directly across the street from the bar after an hour and a half.
Shit.
Oh.
That's my Marty Jannetty story, besides WrestleMania weekend, of course, which he was 100% sober.
What did you do? You wrestled him?
Dude, it was awesome.
At Spring Break? Joey Janela Spring Break? Available for DVD over at your merch table?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Was that a good show?
That show was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was awesome.
Okay.
I guess it was pretty good.
Matt
Was it
Riddle
good?
versus Severin, was that right?
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. First, we tried to book Shamrock, but Shamrock wanted 10 G's. I'm not paying him a fucking Bellator payday. Fuck that.
That's a reference I don't get, but go on.
I don't know. I guess it's an MMA reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I got it, but
It's like WCW, like of MMA, I guess.
Okay.
TNA of MMA, only they
TNA
make
of
money.
MMA. Yeah, but
Worldwide TNA doesn't do MMA, buddy.
I'm saying that they're the TNA of MMA, only they make money.
That sounds like a rap song.
But yeah, we tried to book Low Key for the match. Low Key was like, "It's too late. It's not gonna draw."
Sounds like an old Jewish man. It's too late. It's not going to draw. I would stomp his head in. Have some respect for the business.
So we settled on Dan Severn, and he refused to take a flight. He said he's the original road warrior, and he would make the drive from Michigan to Florida. And he also wanted to bring all of his sparring equipment. Guys, at this point, we think Dan Severn thinks it's an actual fight. But it was awesome.
All right.
It was awesome. I think he was a little pissed that he lost, but
Dan Severn doesn't lose.
Doesn't lose.
Joey, where are you at on the internet, bud?
Janela Baby on Twitter.
When you have an actual kid, do you have any kids?
No.
When you have an actual kid, will it be a Janela Baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to give him or her that Twitter account? And then you'll have to have a new one?
I don't know. There's I don't know. I would suggest them start their own
Okay, fair enough.
new Janela Baby 2 Twitter.
Okay.
Maybe. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Too hungover. Beat up a couple fans last night in a hotel room. With this kid over here, the kid that looks like Justin Bieber.
You beat him up?
There's videos of me beating the shit out of this
Didn't
kid.
you like pile drive him or some
I'll
shit?
drive him to one of those metal things in the hotel room. I was whacking them. I think at one point I hung him upside down by his ankles like Suge Knight did the Vanilla Ice off the hotel balcony. I don't remember. This is all speculation. This is all allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right.
I'll see the videos. They'll end up on You know,
I'll put it on my
wrestling
YouTube account.
Wrestling sheet or some shit.
Yeah. Great. Janela Baby on Twitter?
Yeah.
And Instagram?
Instagram, I don't know what my handle is.
A real pro.
Real fucking pro.
Joey Janela, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, buddy. All right. How'd he do?
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got anything to add to the stories? Can we assume that we'll find you in a bush someday?
I've been in bushes, man.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
All right. Let's bring up our next guest. Speaking of Dan Severn, please welcome filthy Tom Lawlor.
Shit.
Other side. Filthy.
How's it going?
You look well for being named Filthy. Although that hat does have some sweat stains to it.
Not some sweat stains. That is
Coffee?
hair dye.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, from the old Dan Severn hairdo that I have, a.k.a. the 1970s porn hairdo as well. The stash is gone, though, those of you that were not here last night.
Do you normally rock a stash?
Hell no.
How did you grow that out so fast?
Oh, I had a full beard.
Oh.
I had a full beard, yeah. But anybody that wears a mustache, total loser.
I'll see you in a brawl for all, Pally. I'll tell you that right here, right now.
All right.
I couldn't even see past Colt. That's the problem.
I'm so huge.
Yeah, well, that's part of it.
I like how you name when you watched the Brawl for All. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, when was that, 1996?
Yeah, were you in
That was like 8, wasn't it?
98? Oh, maybe 98.
I wasn't really into MMA. I was like 10 years old. So
How old are you?
No, I was 15 at that point.
Okay, yeah.
But I thought the Brawl for All sucked,
Sucked.
quite frankly. Yeah, look at the guys. Bart Gunn, that's who won it, right? He beat Bradshaw. Who else did he beat? The Godfather. You're telling me Godfather's one of the best fighters
Too Cold Scorpio
on the planet there?
did all right for himself.
Dr. Death. All I remember is Dr. Death didn't do that well.
No, Dr. Death didn't. They brought him in to win and then didn't end up going that way.
When in an MMA locker room, when pro wrestling comes up, what comes up? Like maybe for the good. Like I get it, you can start ripping on pro wrestling. You probably were the only one that defended it.
Yeah.
Or were there a lot of you defending it?
Yeah,
situations?
it's mostly me defending pro wrestling to the dumb MMA fighters who are there and don't realize that they can learn a lot from pro wrestling. You know, I had to have an argument with Misha Tate about how MMA even came to be. You know, it's because of pro wrestling. It's not because MMA was just this entity on its own. You know, they've been intertwined for years, for hundreds of years, and there's a lot that MMA fighters can learn from wrestlers and vice versa as well.
I mean, with promos and marketing, or do you mean in the ring, or?
Yeah, I think as MMA becomes more popular, you see some people kind of gravitate towards that style. They enjoy that, and you see almost like a worked MMA style nowadays from some guys. So I think they're going to continue to grow along with each other. You know, as the sport of MMA grows, obviously, I think it's going to help out wrestling as well.
Is there a worked MMA style in MMA? Is MMA fake?
Only the UFC.
Okay. Did you have a finishing hold?
Yeah, I use a guillotine choke for the most part.
Yeah,
but most of the guys won't put it over, so it's kind of tough to to get in there. Yeah.
Okay, so someone had told you were pro wrestling a little bit before you were MMA wrestling.
Yeah. So 2006 or 2005, I graduated college, and then I started training.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I still don't have my diploma.
No.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I guess mine's somewhere.
So I trained in pro wrestling then. I was trained by a litany of guys.
Well, tell me your so you were in college. Did you wrestle in college?
Yeah, I wrestled in high school and college. I was a huge pro wrestling fan when I was a kid and a big MMA fan too. So I think I was 10 years old or 11 when I saw the second UFC on tape, and I followed it the whole time through then. So I was in high school. I was ordering tapes from Japan off the internet of fighting, of wrestling. I was watching pro wrestling as well at the same time. I'd be the guy that I was watching Nitro, and I'd be taping Raw, and then as soon as it was over, I'd switch and start watching the other ones.
I made my parents buy a picture-in-picture television.
Oh, God.
Game changer. And so then...
I made my mom buy me a Virtual Boy once. You remember that? So
That what, like 4 games total for that fucking thing?
yeah, maybe. I don't know. It didn't even make it out of the box.
Yeah.
I realized it was a failed venture, and I had them return it and get me a Dreamcast,
nice.
which was not a much better choice, but
It's no Sega Saturn, but what is?
And did you wrestle in college?
yeah. I wrestled at the University of Central Florida. Go Knights. It's the second biggest college in the nation right now, I believe. And I think it has the highest concentration of hot blonde girls, so good for them.
All right. And then you
Everybody that lives in Orlando in attendance would know that, right? Okay.
you know you're in Cleveland, right? This is
Yeah,
Cleveland.
okay.
Actually,
I'm putting over another city. I don't
this
care.
is Lakewood.
I'm just telling the truth.
No, this is Cleveland.
Oh, worldwide. You ever been to Orlando?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Nailed it.
Scintillating conversation.
And then I guess because I remember in developmental talking to Jack Swagger about like his decision of like, because he was an All-American Oklahoma.
Yeah, I actually had a WWE tryout, I think the week after Jack Swagger did. So I was brought up to, it was Deep South then, and he had just been in there, and then they brought me in, and unfortunately Jack Swagger's like 2 feet taller than me, and like 50 pounds heavier, and actually a better wrestler. So didn't work out in my favor when you put the two of us side by side.
But it's that decision of like, I was like, well, what do you do if you're an All-American wrestler? What are your options? And why didn't you choose MMA? I said that kind of hit to him, and instead of wrestling, and I kind of had those conversations. So I guess it's the same for you. But like, was it I'll try WWE, and if I don't, then I'll go to MMA, and then maybe go back to wrestling? Or you were never like, I'm gonna go train with, I'm trying to think who, like Scoot Andrews down there in Florida, or so, you know what I'm saying? Like at a little place.
No, I was wanting to train with Mark Zout. Do you remember?
I do remember
Okay,
Mark
yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
IPW, Florida.
Yeah, I really don't even know what the hell happened. I don't know how I'm here right now. I was like in the locker room last night. I'm going, what have I done in my life to end up in this position?
A lot of us,
34
all the
years
time.
old. So I'm not mad about it.
No.
But I was just wondering, how did I get here? But basically, what happened is WWE passed on me and told me to work on my character. So I did. I became an MMA fighter, and now I'm back.
And
It
then-
took me 10 years to do it, but
And you did all the character stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's that's how I know you, I think.
Yeah.
Is you would do the weigh-ins as different characters, right?
yeah, I've done the Shockmaster, Dan Severn, of course. And then a lot of MMA fighters as well. I've copied. Basically, I have no original ideas of my own.
Nice.
I just
You ever do a
copied
Tank Abbott?
Have I heard of Tank Abbott?
No, have you ever done a Tank Abbott for a weigh-in?
Sexually, have you done
Yeah,
Tank Abbott? Have you done Tank Abbott?
It's not really my type. He's a
Okay.
little too bearish, but
It's true.
You never did a Tank Abbott?
I've never done
What?
Tank Abbott.
What? So the Shockmaster one I saw, which was hilarious, and Dan Severn. I guess the MMA people, the world would understand Dan Severn, but I don't think they would understand Shockmaster. So is it one of
No.
those things where you're just like trying to A, pop yourself, or B, like pop a whole different audience and maybe try to get some of those people into the MMA world, or just pop yourself?
Yeah, pretty much just do it for myself.
Yeah?
Yeah. So myself, my friends, my fans. There was like 10 people there who knew what was going on. Ariel Helwani was one of them. I mean, he's a big name reporter if you're into that MMA stuff. But for the most part, nobody had any clue what the hell was going on. But, I do it for the internet.
Right, and then what was the internet's reaction?
Oh,
then?
they loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it, And if they didn't, they at least lied to me, which is good enough.
Did you sell a lot of T-shirts after that? Like, how does that work? Like, if the internet loves you in MMA, how does that work? I guess if you're in,
It
the
doesn't
big
work.
time.
It doesn't work very well with the UFC because
Right.
Reebok is our big money sponsor now. So it's not even like I could sell a shirt at a UFC event. You can go buy like UFC Reebok jerseys, the Fight Kit jerseys. They're like $100, but nobody's buying one with my name on it. They're buying Ronda Rousey or Conor McGregor. So that's why I dressed up like Conor McGregor about a year ago for my last fight. So.
right? And now you're what's the
I'm
wrestling
here.
schedule?
I'm here.
What are you looking to do?
Well, I've got a match tonight.
I assume you'll be looking to do that match, yes.
And then I've got a lot of travel actually set up over the next few months. So wrestling in Oregon, wrestling in Vancouver, South Bend, Indiana. Just a bunch of places trying to get out there and get more experience. One of the tough things is I think a lot of guys think they're just bringing an MMA guy who's never trained wrestling, which is not the case. Arguably, like this is my first love. So. Not the people in the crowd.
Oh,
but
I thought you were going to say my podcast.
No.
Podcasting.
Yeah,
your first
it
love.
was at one point. Yeah.
But now, I'm no Bruce Pritchard. I get it.
Now
I
that
get
I'm
it.
into pro wrestling, no, I can't have like I can't put you up on a pedestal
Right.
anymore because then I have to knock you down. And you seem like a nice guy. So.
Yeah, and you could beat the shit out of me, and I'm not. I'm not interested in that. And then you do. Oh, you do podcasting and stuff.
Yeah. I have a show on Figure 4 with F4W Online, Wrestling Observer with Brian Alvarez. So mostly just reviews of shows that people mostly don't watch or listen to the podcast either. So what does it matter?
Oh,
They got me for $10.99 a month.
yeah.
So.
It wasn't me though. I don't think.
Do you enjoy doing that?
One of them.
Oh yeah, it's like one of the highlights of my week, to be honest.
Good.
You know, anytime you get paid to sit there and talk about pro wrestling, I mean, how can you bitch and complain about that?
I agree.
Damn near impossible.
I agree. Fucking Bruce Pritchard. No,
Hundreds of thousands of downloads, right?
I don't know. I don't
Millions,
listen.
maybe billions of downloads every single week.
All right. The number one listen to. That's my Alvarez. Is that good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Get out of here.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
How's it going, everybody? Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer here. Dave, take us through the prelims.
Geek of the week.
All right. Tom, where are you at on the internet?
I'm all over the place, mostly on Pornhub and RedTube.
You ever fuck with Motherless? You don't want to talk about Motherless.
Now, let me say something. Because I did a baby Janela joke that I thought was fucking genius to no applause. And this guy says he's on porn sites, and this place is fucking on their feet clapping.
Yeah. You got to do a little bit of market research before you get up there on the microphone. I've been scouring the crowd, trying to figure out that guy.
Couple of
That guy
porn
right there.
viewers here.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Well, the girl up there apparently filmed something she wants me to see with Janela, so. Of a man pile driving. Oh, it was okay.
That was a minor, too, I think.
Well, we've got a woman right here in a XXX shirt. I mean, how much?
Do you think that for the movie Triple X or the TNA team Triple X? Oh, Jock Sampson. That makes sense.
xvideos.com.
Oh, that could have been it. Right, you can go there. All right, well, this got weird.
Hey, hold on. I'm on Instagram at Filthy Tom Lawlor
Yeah.
and on Twitter at Filthy Tom Lawlor. The same.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tom Lawlor, everybody.
Who's next?
I'll see you in a brawl for all, Pally.
He's still sticking on to that brawl for all.
I've been beating Thorne over the fucking head for that with that thing for the longest time.
What does that mean?
I bother Thorne all the time with horrible booking
You've been
ideas.
beaten over the head with that thing?
I've been beating him over the head with
to do an AIW brawl for all?
brawl for all, scrap for scratch. Well, we don't gotta get fucking sued. Shit.
Right. You don't think we would get sued when we all beat the shit out of each other in the ring?
I'm not suing anybody.
Yeah, but obviously you have a case of people suing you for beating them up.
No, that was pressing charges. It wasn't suing.
Oh, it's a big difference. Sorry. I should learn how the law works. Okay, we got one more. You guys ready for our main event? Our last person? Yeah. Please welcome to the stage Adam Cole.
Hey, man. How's it going, pal?
Hi, everybody.
I said your name. Oh, should I try that again?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cole.
There we go.
There's a couple of them.
A few.
Okay, who's taking a picture? Everybody, feel free to take pictures because this is an audio podcast, but essentially, I'm here with Shawn Michaels Jr.
That's the only reason that I wear this hat, by the way. My brother told me. He goes, man, you look exactly like HBK. So now I literally wear it all the time. I shower with it on. I sleep with it on.
You take pictures with belts with it on.
Take pictures with belts with it on.
Just that hat. That was a Playgirl reference that you should all be well aware of. I am. It almost changed my sexuality as a child. I was like, he's pretty hot.
He is a babe.
Yeah.
He is a babe.
You're not doing too bad for yourself.
Oh, thanks, man. I don't know if I'm HBK level, but we can all
HBK
aspire.
babe level?
Yeah.
Is that 10?
He's oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Who's
Absolutely.
at 0? Worldwide?
Oh, fuck you, buddy. I'm handsome as shit, man. Fucking fuck.
Who's at 0? Eddie Kingston is at 0.
What the fuck?
I'd agree with that. Disagree. Did I say agree? I disagree with that. Adam, I feel he's going to come. Okay.
Yeah, please don't hurt me.
Don't Guido this podcast, please. Thank you.
Tag. I got it.
So you died recently.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Well,
Yay!
Sorry.
more specifically, the character Adam Cole died on Being the Elite. So, no, I didn't.
Amanda says you poisoned Nick.
Well, they poisoned me and killed me, so they won that game.
How's death? Like, what's heaven like? Are you in heaven?
No.
Is the character Adam Cole in heaven?
I'm in total limbo, and it's so boring. There literally is nothing.
Is it like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, where you have to play checkers with death?
Not even that. Literally nothing. It's I really wish I could come back to life. That would be excellent.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right. How are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah,
with
good
all
to
you
have you.
guys.
We did, and maybe we could talk about this on here. We did a podcast in Milton Keynes, England, with Chuck Taylor. I'm pretty sure I edited this out. Did I edit it out?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Where we, I had this genius idea to read fan fiction. Was it about Evan Bourne and Ahmed Johnson?
Yes,
right?
that's exactly what it was about.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're no interest in doing that today?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't think so.
But I remember, though, reading it, and in all of our minds, not just your mind, I remember you telling me and Chuck, and we're like, oh, this is such a good idea, it'll be great. And as the story was progressing, the awkwardness in the room just got crazier and crazier and crazier. But we committed to it.
And in our heads, I think we were all like, why are we doing this?
the entire time.
Ahmed just manhandled Evan Bourne.
Destroyed him.
Do you know who would be? I'd like to read some Dick Justice fan fiction.
Me too.
Like, I wish Dick is. Dick, do you have? Is there any fan fiction with you on the internet? You don't know.
I haven't posted it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think if this podcast is meant for anything, it's to encourage the world to get some Dick Justice fan fiction.
I second that.
Would you
I
want to be
agree.
involved?
I would love. Yeah. Round of applause, please. I absolutely would love to be involved. I could be that comforting friend who is there for him through tough times. And I make everything all right, Dick. Everything.
I don't know if we caught that on. Even when you're not around, you're still around for the podcast listeners at home.
Yes.
Dick's out. Dick's out. I said Dick's out, hanging out. We got Dick's out over here in Cleveland.
Dick's out for Adam Cole.
There you go.
Hashtag.
Worldwide, it was worth it to have you on here for that alone.
I mean, I hope I'm better than fucking Potato. Jesus.
Yes. Okay, so you're kind of just a freebie now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've done. Well, probably when this comes out, you've done the Super Indie.
Right.
You're doing because you haven't done a bunch of shows.
No.
The ROH contract has got them locked down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is like for the first time in 7 years, I'm not contracted to Ring of Honor. So since 2010 up until recently, I was under contract with ROH the whole time. And then, of course, later on, they developed the exclusive contracts where, like you're saying, I couldn't wrestle anywhere else. So it's kind of cool to be in a position now where I can kind of take bookings wherever I want and get to travel around and see all you guys again.
Is it weird, though? Or, like, do you... I'd imagine, like, once... I don't know. I remember, so coming back from WWE, like, going back in... It's like... I was in the system where it was just like every Monday I'd collect a check, and then like you just show up to practice, and Skinner yells at you, you know, like that's and that was my life. And then it's like, oh shit, I'm back to doing all these weird things again. It took a while for me to kind of get back in.
Oh, for sure. Like the weird adjustment of like, especially when you try to get like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday shot. All with different companies, and then figuring out the logistics of travel. Like when you're with Ring of Honor, they do all of that for you. Even like merchandise. It was all the stuff would be through ROH, and now getting my own stuff and printing that and bringing that to shows. It's definitely a reminder of what it's like to be on the
In
indies
your head,
again.
you're like, I want camo hats.
Yes.
People want to buy
camo hats. Camo hats. Camo hats. Thanks, guys. That meant a lot to me.
Well, listen, Steve Austin is like the merch legend.
What?
I said Steve Austin is the merch legend.
What?
Okay, that will not become a thing on this podcast.
Better than that 10 horse shit.
Mark my words. What was 10 horses?
That fucking stupid 10 chant that's going around. Fucking, I hate that goddamn thing.
I heard 10.
Get out of here.
I heard 10 horse shit. But you said the 10 comma horse shit.
That 10 horse shit.
Right, but I like 10 horses.
Better than 9,
I don't like them
guess.
like that.
Better than 9.
Yes. And then tell me about you got to go to New Japan.
Yeah.
Play around there.
Yep.
And were you in the?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
Not to sound like everybody else who's done a show.
Okay, then.
But
next question.
no, but it was surreal to have that many people in a building. I think the weirdest thing for that whole event is the people are so far away that, at least in my mind, it felt like I was wrestling in front of nobody. Because the interaction and the delay of the reaction from the audience was strange. But it was cool to stand in there and look around and see all the people and realize that it was a huge show. And just fans are just everywhere. It was at the hotel or the restaurants or after the show and before the show. But it was awesome. It was really cool.
I always think it's something really cool when I get to see all the guys do that in terms of like, if you're not in WWE, you're not in WWE. And then that opportunity on at least the American independents and even the British independents, it's just not something like a guy like me who maybe could, I'll go to Australia and I'll go to England, I'll go all over the places, and it's always like anywhere from like 200 to maybe like 2,200 packed, awesome, amazing, and like that's what I thrive on and that's what I love, and that's kind of like what our scene's built upon. But then, like, even if you're in that scene, you can then just go get plucked and be put in front of 40,000 people,
right.
Which I don't know. Like, what's the most? I'm trying to think of like, I once wrestled at like a rock concert, like something fest, and like maybe there was like 5,000 people there.
Yeah,
and I thought that was pretty cool. But no one, they were just roaming around. They were watching. I don't know. Like, what was the most random people you've been on a show for?
The most random people,
or not random? Like the biggest crowd that wasn't maybe Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a thing that Alpha used to do with WXW where he would run like a show in the middle of like a fair that was going on. So at any point in time, there would be like 2,000 or 3,000 people. But this is in between playing whack-a-mole
sure.
and throwing darts and stuff like that. So that was kind of weird. People paying attention, but not really. So that was strange.
And so then in Japan, there's 40,000 people.
Right.
Just checking you out.
Just watching closely, paying the most attention. But no, it was awesome, man. Cool. It was fun.
Anything else I'm missing, buddy? Anything that's on your mind, wrestling-wise? Got an open forum here.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's been cool to, like, I don't know, right now for me, just having kind of the option to explore has been really cool.
Well, when this comes out, you'll probably be doing something. I don't know. I think I'm holding on to this episode for a couple of months. No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay. Yeah. No, but it is. It's cool to be in that position to just kind of check the landscape of things and what works for me and what I think I would enjoy the best. So yeah, I'm enjoying my time right now.
Are we still dipping?
Oh man, we're still dipping.
That's gross.
I know. That's what everyone thinks. I just love Nesquik.
I thought you wanted chocolate milk. Yeah,
but it's not. It's just my kayfabe spitter, so no one can see that I'm spitting inside this. Don't boo me. Come on.
I do a lot of gross shit, but I don't do that, man.
He's not the sex symbol that you thought. This gross dipper. Where are you at on the internet?
I am at Adam Colt Pro on Twitter, Adam Colt Pro on Instagram, AdamColtPro.com for a bunch of fun stuff. So yeah, Adam Colt Pro, generally what you guys want to look for.
Adam Cole, everybody. Adam Cole.
Baby.
There, we nailed it. All right, that is the show for this week. Let's give a big round of applause to our guests and people helping out. How about worldwide over here? Britt Baker, Joey Janela, Tom Lawlor, Adam Cole, AIW. Let's give it up for AIW.
At AI Wrestling on Twitter.
Yeah, we should put them on Twitter and on Instagram. Guido, little Guido did show up. I talked about Dick Justice. Eddie Kingston we made fun of. Let's give it up for him.
I'm not about that.
I'm going to go back to my studio right now and tell you about my plugs and
upcoming events.
That's right. ColtMerch.com and DigitalColt.com is the best way you can support Twitter and Instagram at Colt Cabana, Facebook /AOW Podcast, also /Colt Cabana. My storytelling podcast, Pro Wrestling Fringe, plus past archives of the show are available ad-free on StitcherPremium.com/Colt. Use the code Colt, get a free month. ColtWrestling@gmail.com, my very public email. Maybe a promoter want to put me on your upcoming show or convention. I have a YouTube channel, Colt Cabana Wrestling. I also have a website, ColtCabana.com. That's where you can find my P.O. box and you can send me something sweet. Upcoming events. Again, I'm at the Fringe all of August. Every night, 10:20 p.m. edfringe.com to guarantee a seat. Saturday, August 19th, reckless-intent.com. Sunday, August 20th, rohwrestling.com. Friday, August 25th, bcw-wrestling.com. Saturday, August 26th, sweonline.co.uk. Sunday, August 27th, insanewrestling.co.uk. When I get back, Thursday, August 31st, Berwyn, Illinois, aawrestling.com. Thursday, September 7th, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Facebook /First Wrestling. Friday, September 8th, Boise, Idaho. Marty Dross and I are doing a comedy festival. I'm super excited about this. Please, if you're in Idaho, come on out. 208comedyfest.com. Saturday, September 9th, Rahway, New Jersey, WrestleProOnline.com. And Sunday, September 10th, New York City, NowHearThisFest.com. Use the code COLT and get $10 off for just a Sunday pass or $20 off for the whole thing. All right, I do have some sponsors we want to thank. HighSpots.com. Hundreds of full-length titles available to download, a VOD service that can play you some PWGs, AMA knee pad, gear, mask, wrestling ring if you need it. OneHourTees.com. They help run ProWrestlingCrate.com. They help run ProWrestlingTees.com. That's where you can support your favorite independent wrestler. TweakedAudio.com/Colt. The earbuds that I use get over 30% off and free shipping just because you listen to this show. All right, there's got to be at least one plug left, right? Right?
At the Tower Skin on Twitter, by the way.
What's that?
At the Tower Skin on Twitter. If you want to find out Alex Worldwide Keller on the Twitter.
Hold on, you're at the Tower Skin?
The Tower Skin. That's a long story. That's another episode, man.
We don't have time, do we?
No, never.
All right, I wish we did. Guys,
I have to piss so bad, brother.
This has been The Art of Wrestling. For Colt Cabana, I'm Colt Cabana. Thanks.